Hello everyone, this is Mehtab Khan. Welcome to Catch 25 Science Academy YouTube channel. Today we will be discussing some MSCT MCQs from chapter Basic Principles of Organic Chemistry. The first question is, which among the following is the strongest nucleophile? Now to solve this question we must know this relationship that nucleophilicity is inversely proportional to the electronegativity of the atom to which the negative charge is present. Right. इलेक्ट्रोनेगेटिविटी और न्यूक्लियोफिलिसिटी का इनवर्स रिलेशनशिप होता है. जितना कम इलेक्ट्रोनेगेटिव होगा उतना ज्यादा न्यूक्लियोफिलिक होगा एटम जिसके ऊपर नेगेटिव चार्ज है. Now here if you'll see the option, bromine is one of the atom to which the negative charge is raised. In the second option, OH is one, oxygen is the atom to which the negative charge is raised. And in the third option, nitrogen is the atom to which the negative charge is raised, and the fourth option contains oxygen to which the negative charge is raised. Now among these four options, bromine is the least electronegative atom. Bromine is less electronegative than nitrogen, and nitrogen is less electronegative than oxygen. Since bromine is less electronegative, it is more nucleophilic in nature. So the answer to this question is option A, that is bromide is more nucleophilic than others. Let's move to the next question. Rearrangement is a property of, चार ऑप्शन दिए हैं, इनमें से किस में rearrangement होता है वो हमें बताना है. Carbon ion, carbocation, carbon free radical, and none of the above. So the answer to this question is pretty straightforward. The answer is carbocation. Only carbocation can undergo rearrangement. कार्बोकटायन रीअरेंजमेंट ज्यादा स्टेबिलिटी गेन करने के लिए शो करते हैं. जो कॉमन टाइप का रीअरेंजमेंट कार्बोकटायन में ऑब्जर्व होता है दैट इज 1-2 रीअरेंजमेंट्स. There are three types of 1-2 rearrangement. First one is hydride shift. Second one is alkyl shift. Third one is phenyl shift. हाइड्राइड शिफ्ट का एक एग्जांपल देखते हैं हम जरा. An example of hydride shift is transformation of N-propyl carbocation to isopropyl carbocation. N-propyl carbocation is an example of primary carbocation which undergoes 1-2 hydride shift to become more stable. The hydrogen from the second position shifts here, and in turn this charge shifts here. As a result, this N-propyl carbocation transforms into isopropyl carbocation. So the structure of isopropyl carbocation is CH3CH3. So एक हाइड्रोजन ये सेकेंड कार्बन से टर्मिनल पोजीशन पे जाने की वजह से CH3 में ट्रांसफॉर्म हो जाएगा, and since that carbon is losing hydrogen along with electron, this positive charge will get shifted over here in the center. Now the carbocation from primary, it has become secondary carbocation. Secondary carbocations are more stable than primary carbocation, and by doing this hydride shift, this N-propyl carbocation converts into a more stable carbocation. So the answer to this question is carbocation, because carbocation only undergoes rearrangement reaction. Let's move to the next question. Now, what are the hybridization of carbon 1 and carbon 2 respectively in the following structure? यहाँ पे दो कार्बन एटम दिए हैं, कार्बन 1 and कार्बन 2, इनके हाइब्रिडाइजेशन हमको आइडेंटिफाई करने हैं. Right. So we can find out a hybridization of carbon by calculating the steric number. Steric number can be calculated by using this formula. Steric number is equal to the number of atoms to which that particular atom is directly attached. तो जैसे कि फॉर एग्जांपल कार्बन नंबर 1 से जितने एटम डायरेक्टली अटैच्ड है वो एटम का नंबर प्लस नंबर ऑफ लोन पेयर इलेक्ट्रॉन दैट एटम कंटेन्स. Now let's calculate the steric number for carbon number 1. So the structure is this. Now this carbon number 1 is bonded with 4 atoms. 1 atom, 2 atom, 3 atom and 4 atom. So the number of atom for this carbon is 4, and this carbon atom does not contain any lone pair electron, so number of lone pair of electron हो जाते हैं 0. So total steric number here is 4, while the steric number for carbon number 2, this is carbon number 2, so the number of atom attached here is 1, 2 and 3. So steric number here is 3, and there are no lone pair, so the steric number comes out as 3. Now this steric number will tell you which type of hybridization it is. So you just have to remember, when the steric number is 2, then it is sp hybridization. When the steric number is 3, then it is sp2 hybridization. When the steric number is 4, then it is sp3 hybridization. So for carbon number 1, C1, we are getting steric number 4, and for C2 we are getting steric number 3, means C1 is sp3 hybridized and C2 is sp2 hybridized. So carbon number 1 हो जाता है sp3 hybridized और carbon number 2 हो जाता है sp2 hybridized, which can be seen in option number A. So the right answer is option A. Let's move to the next question. Now which of the following statement is correct? 4 statement दिए हैं, इनमें से सही statement हमको pick करना है. Now first statement is allyl carbonium ion, that is CH2 double bond CH single bond CH2 plus, is more stable than the propyl carbonium ion. Second option is propyl carbonium ion is more stable than allyl carbonium ion. Third option is both are equally stable, and D, none of the above. Now allyl carbonium ion, जिसका structure CH2 double bond CH single bond CH2 plus है, can undergo resonance stabilization. This pi electron present here are in conjugation with the positive charge, and because of which they can undergo resonance stabilization. And the other form is this. While propyl carbonium ion, that is this is propyl carbonium ion, it cannot undergo resonance stabilization, rather it is stabilized through hyperconjugation. There are 2 alpha hydrogen, so that means it can form 2 contributing structures. It can form 2 contributing structures. And it is stabilized through hyperconjugation. Conjugation. Now stabilization due to resonance is greater than the stabilization due to hyperconjugation, which means allyl carbocation or allyl carbonium ion is more stable than propyl carbonium ion. So resonance stabilization is stronger than the hyperconjugation, and hyperconjugation stabilization is stronger than the inductive effect, stabilization due to inductive effect. So since allyl undergoes resonance stabilization and propyl undergoes stabilization due to hyperconjugation, so allyl is more stable than propyl carbonium ion, and hence A option is the right answer. Let's move to the next question. Greater the S character of an atom in an orbital, the dash is its bond energy, right? So S character of an atom is directly proportional to its bond order, that means the number of bond, and which is inversely proportional to bond length. Means more S character means more number of bonds and smaller the bond length will be. Stronger the S character, shorter the bond length. जितना ज़्यादा S character होगा उतना छोटा bond length होगा, and bond length is inversely proportional to bond energy. means if we have a small bond, we have more energy. ज़्यादा as character हुआ, greater the as character, smaller your bond length will be, and that's why the bond energy will be great. That means what we can say, S character is directly proportional to bond energy. जितना ज़्यादा S character, उतना ज़्यादा bond energy. That means the answer to this question is greater is its bond energy. Let's move to the next question. Which of the following compound is not chiral? Now they have given this four structure. We have to find out which of the following compound is not chiral. कायरल कंपाउंड वो होते हैं जिसमें कायरल कार्बन होता है, और कायरल कार्बन वो कार्बन होता है जिसमें चार अलग अलग एटम या फिर ग्रुप ऑफ एटम जुड़े हुए रहते हैं. सो हम एक एक करके स्ट्रक्चर ड्रॉ करेंगे एंड देन वी विल फाइंड आउट विच मॉलिक्यूल इज कायरल एंड विच इज नॉट कायरल. राइट, लेट्स ड्रॉ द फर्स्ट मॉलिक्यूल. द फर्स्ट मॉलिक्यूल इज 3-chloro-2-methyl pentane. The structure is 2-methyl 3-chloro pentane. So this is the structure of 2-methyl 3-chloro or 3-chloro-2-methyl pentane. So the first carbon here is achiral because it is bonded to 3 same hydrogen. Second carbon is also achiral because it is bonded to 2 methyl groups which are same atom, same groups. Third carbon is chiral because it is bonded with ethyl on one side, isopropyl on the other side, hydrogen on one side, and chlorine on the other side. So चार अलग अलग atom or group of atom है. That means this is chiral. So A molecule is chiral because it contains chiral carbon. Let's draw the structure of second molecule. 2-chloropentane. So 2-chloropentane will be this is 2-chloropentane. Now here the carbon number 2 is chiral because it is bonded with 4 different atoms and group of atom. So B can't be our answer. Let's draw the third structure. 1-chloro-2-methyl pentane. 1-chloro-2-methyl pentane का structure कैसा होगा? CH3 CH2 CH2 CH CH3 CH2 Cl. Now this molecule is also chiral because the second number का carbon, right, पीछे से जो second number का carbon है, it is bonded with 4 different atoms and group of atoms. So methyl on the one side, N-propyl on the other side, chloromethyl on the one side, and hydrogen एक अलग atom है. So this carbon is also a chiral carbon. Let's check the fourth option. 1-chloropentane. This molecule does not contain any chiral carbon. पहला कार्बन chiral नहीं है because ये 3 हाइड्रोजन के साथ जुड़ा हुआ है. सेकेंड कार्बन भी chiral नहीं है because 2 सेम हाइड्रोजन के साथ जुड़ा हुआ है. थर्ड कार्बन भी chiral नहीं है because 2 सेम हाइड्रोजन. फोर्थ भी chiral नहीं है, फिफ्थ भी chiral नहीं है. So we can't see any chiral carbon here. So the only molecule that is not a chiral molecule is fourth option D, and that is our answer. Let's move to the next question. In which of the following compound delocalization of electron is not possible? Delocalization of electron is generally observed in conjugated compound. Conjugated compound में delocalization of electron होने के chances होते हैं. अगर compound conjugated है तो उसमें electron का delocalization होगा, right? So there are 5 different types of conjugation. It can be pi-pi conjugation, that means a pi bond alternately arranged with another pi bond. It can be pi positive charge conjugation, when a pi bond is in alternation with a positive charge. When a pi bond is alternately arranged with a positive charge, then it is called pi positive charge conjugation. It can be pi negative charge conjugation. It can be pi lone pair electron conjugation और pi free radical conjugation. इन 5 तरह के कंपाउंड में these are the different types of conjugated compound, और इन्हीं 5 तरह के कंपाउंड में इलेक्ट्रॉन का डीलोकलाइजेशन होता है. तो अगर कंपाउंड में कॉन्जुगेशन है तो इलेक्ट्रॉन डीलोकलाइज होंगे, और इस तरह के कंपाउंड में ही सिर्फ डीलोकलाइजेशन है. These are the 5 different types of conjugates, right? So let's draw the structure one by one and let's check which among the following structure are conjugated, right? Let's draw the first structure. First structure is 1,4-pentadiene. 1,4-pentadiene का structure will be 1 2 3 4 5. So 1 at first position and at fourth position 1 2 sorry, at fourth position, which is this position, we have conjugation. Now this is an isolated diene and not conjugated diene, hence delocalization is not possible in this case, right? Let's draw the structure of second molecule. 1,3-butadiene. So 1,3-butadiene will be this. At first and third position we have double bond, so this is the structure of 1,4-butadiene, in which the pi bond is in conjugation with another pi bond, so it's a conjugated diene. So definitely delocalization is possible here but not here. Let's check the third structure as well. So this is 1,3,5-hexatriene. So 1 2 3 4 5 6. 1,3,5-hexatriene is also a conjugated triene, and hence the delocalization is possible here also. And benzene obviously contains a conjugated cyclic system, so यहाँ पे भी delocalization होने का chances है. The only structure in which the conjugation is absent is first, and that is our answer A. So the arrangement of decreasing order of stability of free radical is, 4 रेडिकल दिए हैं, इनको डिक्रीजिंग ऑर्डर में अरेंज करना है. सबसे ज्यादा स्टेबल रेडिकल को पहले लिखना है और सबसे कम स्टेबल को सबसे बाद में. रेडिकल की स्टेबिलिटी हाइपर कॉन्जुगेशन से हम डिटेक्ट कर सकते हैं. वी कैन एस्टिमेट द स्टेबिलिटी ऑफ रेडिकल बाय फाइंडिंग आउट द नंबर ऑफ कंट्रीब्यूटिंग स्ट्रक्चर दैट रेडिकल गोइंग टू जनरेट. मोर नंबर ऑफ कंट्रीब्यूटिंग स्ट्रक्चर मतलब मोर स्टेबिलिटी. सो नंबर ऑफ कंट्रीब्यूटिंग स्ट्रक्चर is directly proportional to the stability of radical. Right. So in the first case there are no contributing structure because there are no alpha hydrogen. Number of contributing structures are always equal to the number of alpha hydrogen with respect to sp2 hybridized carbon. Radical का जो कार्बन होता है that is always sp2 hybridized, and the carbon present adjacent to this sp2 hybridized carbon are called alpha carbons. और जो भी हाइड्रोजन उस कार्बन पे जुड़े रहेंगे उनको अल्फा हाइड्रोजन बोलते हैं. In case of methyl radical there are no alpha hydrogens, so that's why it cannot form any contributing structure. That's why it will be the least stable, right? In case of ethyl group, ethyl radical, in case of ethyl radical we have 1 alpha carbon and 3 alpha hydrogen attached to it. So 3 alpha hydrogen means 3 contributing structure, and 3 contributing structure means it is comparatively more stable than methyl radical, right? Let's move to the next radical, which is isopropyl radical. Now isopropyl radical contains 2 alpha carbon and total of 6 alpha hydrogen. So 6 alpha hydrogen means 6 contributing structure, और 6 contributing structure हुआ तो ज्यादा stable होगा ethyl radical से, right? And the last one is tertiary butyl radical, which contains 3 alpha carbon and total 9 alpha hydrogen. ये अल्फा कार्बन है, ये भी अल्फा कार्बन है, ये भी अल्फा कार्बन है, and हर एक अल्फा कार्बन पे 3 अल्फा हाइड्रोजन देखने को मिल रहा है, which is total of 9 alpha hydrogen. So the maximum number of contributing structure can be seen in structure number 4, then 3, then 2, and then 1. So this is the right order of decreasing order of stability, which is option C. That is the right answer. Let's move to the next question. Resonance arises due to. Now resonance is the property by which a molecule can exist in two or more structure. तो रेजोनेंस को थोड़ा समझते हैं हम लोग, तभी समझ में आएगा इसका आंसर क्या है. So this is very basic. The answer is pretty straightforward. But what is resonance? We are discussing that. Resonance is the property by which a molecule can exist in more than one structure due to delocalization of pi electrons. So resonance में pi electron के delocalization की वजह से एक molecule एक से ज़्यादा different form में exist करता है. For example, this is 1,3-butadiene, and in this the electrons are getting delocalized to form the another form, right? So this is butadiene ka first form and this is second form. Although the second form is less stable than the first form, but the butadiene can undergo resonance to give these two structures, and these structures are only possible because of delocalization of pi electrons. So the answer to this question is pi electron. Resonance arises due to the pi electron. Let's move to the next question. The most stable form of following conformers are. सबसे ज़्यादा stable इनमें से कौन सा conformer है, right? So we know that out of all the conformers, staggered form are more stable than the eclipsed form. Up, if you will see the options, A and D are A and D are eclipsed forms. So definitely they are going to be the less stable one, right? Since eclipse is less stable and staggered is more stable. So out of this four option, A and D are the less stable ones, while the more stable one will be from B or C option. Now which one is more stable, B or C? The answer to this question is B is more stable. The reason is, in case of staggered conformer, especially in this molecule, this OH group is polar. Oxygen is partially negative and H is partially positive due to electronegativity difference. Due to this separation of charges, this polar hydrogen, that partially positive hydrogen, can form intramolecular hydrogen bond with this partially negative fluorine. And because of the intramolecular hydrogen bonding formed within a molecule, the molecule gets more stable. Intramolecular hydrogen bonding, और इस intramolecular hydrogen bonding की वजह से molecule gains extra stability. Hence the most stable form among all the following conformer will be option B, that is this structure, right? Hope you like this video. If you like this video, please encourage us by liking and sharing this video.